Life Audio.
Today I'll talk about that. John finally gets into reading fiction, but hates it when the movie ends different than the book. Meanwhile, I get a random Venmo from a listener who's trying to keep me out of jail and tell you the story of the time left-handed polo players got banned. Plus a conversation about vices, neighbors, and the advantages of failing in private. Today's episode is not sponsored by New Year's resolutions. Start off the year the right way.
It's coming up on New Year edition of Talk About That. I'm John here with Jonnie. Jonnie, another year has passed, and here we are yet again.
It'll be New Year's when this comes out.
I mean, unless you get your stuff done faster.
That's true. Could be a
New Year's Eve.
I was getting jokes together for Joke About That, and one that I didn't use was, what do you call someone who knows all the words to Auld Lang Syne?
What?
A liar. It's true because everybody just kind of,
yeah. It's very.
Nobody knows all the words. They just know the never brought to mind.
That's not even the part I know.
Old acquaintance be forgotten.
That's the part I know. How many old acquaintances have you forgotten?
So many.
Yeah. And do you reconnect at New Year's?
That's what you do. That's what
we
you do.
all
You
meet
reach
at a
out
party.
and you'd be like, hey, I need money.
I did. I watched that scene from When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, it's the best.
The New Year's party when he goes into the whole
There's maybe
speech.
not a better last little monologue in a film than that. You know, we just lost Rob Reiner.
Right.
Senseless tragedy. But I think that's close to a perfect movie.
It is.
It's just so great.
It's so well proportioned throughout time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get, I was telling you at breakfast, there's a movie, I'm not going to ruin it.
Oh boy.
There's a movie we watched that is a adaptation from one of my wife's favorite fiction books.
Yeah.
And also known as a novel.
Yeah.
And,
well, there are fiction books that aren't novels, aren't there? I don't know. Is it always a novel if it's a fiction book?
Well, no, you could have I don't know.
Children's fiction.
Right. Or tell a zombie story, might not be a novel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Maybe it would.
Or unless it's a real zombie story, and then it's nonfiction.
Well, we're headed there.
Yeah.
Let's get to that.
But literally, the book or the movie was nothing like.
But not just in like a normal, he wasn't tall, he was short in the book. It was like, it changed so much.
A different love interest, a different,
Right.
And so, I think that the movies today, and you made the point of, they sometimes test them if they didn't sell or whatever. And I think something like When Harry Met Sally, it's like whoever wrote the screenplay knew we're doing this. Like, you have to be patient with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You can't give, yes, I understand the social media world, but true art to some extent, it needs to be something that the artist likes, and either people join you in it or they don't.
Mm-hmm.
If it's all about the bottom line and the sales, then you can't stay true to your art. So there's a balancing act there. But I always want to write things that, there are some things I write that didn't sell well, and I'm still really satisfied. I just assume that people didn't get what they should have gotten. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
hey,
okay.
you should have come along, and that made me stupid and unsuccessful. But
there used to be a quote like that: "Better to write for yourself and have no public than to write for the public and have no sense of yourself." Huh?
I mean, hey, if you doubt your powers.
I think that's something that people who have no sales,
right?
They go, well, it's like sour grapes. You're like, well,
people just.
At least I'm not a sellout like that guy with the yacht.
No, I know. I know.
He's probably miserable.
Yeah, guy, he can't take it.
Wait, I just looked over. He's playing pickleball. He looks pretty happy.
He's doing pretty well, yeah. No, and I think, there is something to be said for pop art is for what's popular, right?
Yeah.
You're doing something for the people, but populism, Jonnie, is a slippery slope.
And won't that?
Things can get out of hand pretty fast. We just finished watching the second season of Marie Antoinette.
Okay.
On
has she said
Prime
let me
Video.
take yet?
No, because
she never said it. Is that what you're going to say?
Well, she hasn't said it in the dramatic adaptation yet.
Yeah,
but I think it's pretty complicated what's going on behind the scenes.
Maybe she didn't say it. I don't know. Are there people now that say she didn't say that?
Her character, as the character has been developed, would not be someone who would say
maybe
that.
Maybe it wasn't her. Maybe it was Marie Entenmann's.
Okay.
Because that's the The cakes at the end of the grocery aisle. I'm sorry.
Maybe
it's a New Year's.
What she was trying to do was give them the cake off the table.
She just wants...
Guys, let them eat my cake.
Let them eat the cake.
And then they're like, how dare you?
Anyway.
It is a tale of... So the Duc de Orleans...
Okay.
Which looks like Orleans to us. Orleans. Like, he is obsessed with her.
Yeah.
And... she rejects his advances.
Yeah.
He then becomes the richest man around and begins, like, with the printing press, prints like 1 million copies of these things to disgrace the crown and raise up the people against.
Because he was shunned by her,
yeah,
you think?
In the end. And then after that tries to get, it's like, well, when they reconcile somewhat, he's like demanding that his son gets to marry her daughter. And she's like, yeah, my daughter will not be a pawn in politics like I was, or in these.
I didn't know all this about Marie Antoinette.
I don't know if any of this is true. I'm just telling you what the show.
This is what the show is. It's
my French history.
Some license.
I didn't take a French history class in college, which would have done it all. I would have known everything about French history if I'd taken that class.
Yeah.
So just like I took.
This is your French history class.
Yeah.
And it's by Netflix.
I mean, I know world history to some extent.
Yeah.
Which is so funny when you do a world history class. It's like, we're going to do a class on everything that ever happened. It's like, no, you're not. Like, you're telling me some high points here.
I still remember a lot of my world history stuff, though, because I was fascinated. Because I just saw it as a big story. I always got hundreds, all my world history stuff, because I could just see it as a linear story.
Yeah.
And it made the facts easy to remember for me for some reason.
It is a linear story, Johnny.
Well, I'm saying
but
like that's
layered
how, but I could
well.
literally see it. I could see the layers somehow in my head. I could, whereas math, I was lost at math.
What always fascinates me about history, and I think that, history, if anything gets co-opted in the political rhetoric, it's history. Everything's being rewritten, and they make good-looking books and write history, and there's like all this stuff.
That's what people say, that write good-looking books. They make good-looking books.
That's actually a line from a John Foreman song.
Oh, okay.
They make good-looking books and write history, and that's I forget what he rhymes with. But
Capitol Hills and lowercase people.
Yeah,
that's one of the best lines.
One of the best lines.
That's
ever.
a great.
Yeah,
what a great line from a John Foreman song.
Yeah, but in the end, like, history can't be told in its fullness because it's about everybody.
Yeah,
like, you can tell major themes and everything, but I always think about, and that's the stuff I'm writing now for the University of Tennessee. Like, there's so many stories I'm uncovering of people you've never heard of, and how really if you're going to talk about how the Civil War, how, say, slavery in the Upper South affected, the lives of people in a city like Nashville. It's very specific to them. And when you draw up sweeping, not just generalizations, but like, okay, this was what was common. Even if you come up with what is common, you still have to talk about the exceptions or how it was different for
the outliers.
For Sally Thomas, who was this unbelievable. They've erected a gravestone in Nashville for her in different historical societies, but her story is so unbelievable, but it was real, and it's not everybody else's story. So that's why I like if someone can find those figures. Like, you only want to find a big history book, right, about someone who was famous, but there are other people that would be just as famous if they were known. Why they're not famous? We don't write about them. And so that's one of those.
Part of it's because their closeness to money. Like, that's the thing, is like, history's written by the powerful. Right. They get to tell the story a little bit, so they can make themselves the heroes sometimes.
Well, that's the whole Hamilton thing. The resurgence of the popularity of Alexander Hamilton in American culture, literally through Lin-Manuel Miranda's basically resurrection of a story. And that's sort of the whole point of it, is like, this was forgotten.
Yeah.
Because he died and no one was around to write it like they did the rest of the founding fathers. Yeah. In the way that it was.
This is why I'm trying to get as much money as I can. It's not because I want success and, comfort and leisure. No. I want to be able to control the narrative about me. Yeah,
it's totally a much more redeemable reason than just wanting riches for riches.
To that end, John, before we go to the break,
because control the narrative.
Because, listen, I got a random Venmo today that is related to past episodes of the show. Somebody must be going back. By the way, you could go back and listen to past episodes at talkaboutthatpodcast.com. Over almost 400 episodes.
Yeah.
And someone has been binging, because I got a Venmo today from, hold on, let me find it. Andrew Fellman, want to credit him.
Andrew came here one day.
It said Andrew Fellman paid me $3.50, and the memo on the Venmo, was hot dogs from Kroger. Do you remember the story?
Yes.
So I paid for hot dogs at the self-checkout, evidently, and then I left one of the bags. I bought a bunch of stuff, but it was for whatever 4th of July cookout. Yeah. And then I get home and I realize I don't have those hot dogs I bought. And then we grieved over it in the show. You didn't understand the moral dilemma, but I was like, I'm owed hot dogs, but I can't go back. It's too late to go back and be like, I left my hot dogs. They've already put them back. So I should be able to go and steal a pack of hot dogs. That's not really stolen, but I should just be able to put them in my coat. And if I get away with it, I really didn't get away with it because I've already paid the $3.50 for the hot dog. And you're like, no, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong.
That does not sound like me.
And but anyway, it's come on, what are you going to do? This is Les Mis, basically. I have to steal the hot dogs to feed my family. But anyway,
we deal with the real issues here on Talk About
But now,
that.
longtime listener Andrew Fellman he thinks he made it right, but really, did he?
But now Jonnie has to steal 2 packs of hot dogs. Wait,
I don't know. I guess he did kind of make it right, but it still feels like an itch that I need to scratch. What if it leads to like a life of crime, though? You know, that's what the danger is. You go in there, maybe it feels good. You're like, this was a rush.
Is that the real itch that you want to scratch? Is that what this is really all about?
I don't know.
Somehow inside,
like crime must be amazing. People do it.
Yeah.
Did you ever steal anything when you were a kid?
No.
You were a rule follower.
No,
I'm trying to remember if I ever did anything that I was like, that was.
Well, Andrew sending you that reminds me. He sent us a message.
Oh, okay.
And this is so funny because I was remembering I didn't want to tell it wrongly. But the way he introduced his wife to talk about that, they were returning from a day trip shortly after their wedding and had several hours on the road.
Yeah.
And he wanted to share the podcast with her so they could talk about stuff because we cover so many broad topics, as you know, Jonnie.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, like stealing hot dogs, history. And so he went to number 148, which is that's his favorite episode. And the discussion of Jonnie being shorted a pack of hot dogs by Kroger and his nefarious plans to seek restitution, which I think he's describing that accurately.
Yeah, nefarious.
And as we listened and laughed, he learned to his horror that his wife completely agreed with you.
Okay, so they're learning about. And it's too late to back out. They're married.
You just got married, yeah. To steal the compensatory pack of hot dogs.
Yes.
She completely aligned with him and felt he was justified in his plans to extract the subject hot dogs using Curry as his accomplice.
Yeah,
and you were going to bring your wife into this, and I think that's really
well. She got to distract the shopkeeper.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope this will help Jonnie understand why he receives a Venmo of $3.50 the next few days.
Oh, so he let us know that he was going to be
sending.
Andrew,
what a guy! What a great listener!
That's the best Christmas gift. You know what? What's funny is I'm trying to remember. I got a couple of good Christmas gifts this year from family. My in-laws got me a big sign that says the Grand Ole Opry, and it's like iron. It's got light behind it, so I can hang it up. It's like a wall hanging. It's pretty cool. It's like a guitar, and it says Grand Ole Opry, the big logo. Wow. They bought it must have bought it at the Opry shop, the Shopry, as you call it. But anyway, it was a very lovely gift.
But they're not calling it Shopry.
But you know what? Of all the gifts, I think this one means even more. The hot dogs,
the $3
because it means that he listened to the show.
Yeah,
it means that he's been paying attention.
Yeah.
And listen, that's the culture. That's the currency of today's culture.
Isn't what we want from our wives, from our husbands? We just want someone to pay attention.
It really is. That's the thing. Like, you can buy somebody a gift, but like the real gift is like someone's time and attention. And you gave me that gift today.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew
Fellman, and thank you very much. Thanks for listening, John. Let's take a minute.
Yeah,
and hear from. I hope it's Kroger so much.
Oh,
gosh,
please,
I hope it's Kroger.
Please
be Kroger ads. Let's take a minute and hear from a few of our fine sponsors.
And we're back, Jonnie.
Yes.
I mean, it's that time of the year.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear what deep quote you have for us for New Year's.
Yeah,
is it going to be about a new year, a new you?
Oh, boy. Well, you're going to have to wait and find out. Actually, you don't. It's right now. It's my segment. We call it. I can't use words.
My segue.
They call it. They talked about that. Benjamin Franklin.
Okay.
Which I knew you'd like.
That's a good one. A founder.
Yeah. You know there's a new book out by Chernow about Franklin.
No.
Yeah.
Same guy that wrote the Hamilton
and
book.
Washington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Got to get it. Going to read it. But my wife is pretty excited because I may try to read a few fiction books this year.
Oh, you told me that she's like, she's just like,
it's like I agreed to go to Disneyland with her.
That's great.
She's in
a way you did.
Yeah, a voracious fiction reader. Like she reads a lot.
I think you think of yourself as someone who, fiction reader is for people who have a lot of time. You need to be improving yourself. You need to be.
Yeah.
So like you always want to be fixing some problem with a book that you're right. Self-help is your deal.
Yeah. No, and I don't like myself. That's why I keep.
That's what I mean. But fiction.
That's the point, though.
Fiction does that too, though, just in a different way because you're seeing the world through the eyes of these fictional characters, and you're like, oh, that person fixed themselves in this way. Yeah. So really, it's all self-help.
Yeah. No.
Even if you're just helping yourself to an escape from your real life.
Yeah.
That's help.
I need that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's trying to give that to you.
She is. And I resist it. But I have 3 books now. We're going to see what happens.
Okay.
But I'll see you next year this time. Benjamin Franklin said, be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let every new year find you a better man.
Okay.
Be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let every new year find you a better man. I think this was in his Poor Richard's Almanac.
Okay.
So,
with a K at the end.
Yeah.
Almanac with a CK.
It's got that sort of aphoristic style, very colloquial to the time. So I get it. It seems a little generic maybe for us, but there's actually a lot to be said there to your point about self-improvement. Be at war with your vices. I think about therapy language and all the things, and you and I were talking a little bit at breakfast about this too. Like, what happens to us when we can name the vices of our life, especially early on? Because I've learned to name the vices later.
Yeah.
Right after I see established patterns. But then there's a season of life, and I was having this conversation with my buddy from high school and college the other day. There's a season of my life where what I would consider now to be a vice, which would be maybe my like sort of doughy-eyed belief that I could do anything.
Right.
That caused me to plunge headlong into myriad of things that I would never try if I didn't have that.
Yeah, you're like you're naive enough to go accomplish something.
Like the example I gave him was like songwriting. I just thought, I like doing this. I'm just going to do it. And so I wrote hundreds of songs.
Yeah. And
they all sucked, but maybe 2.
Yeah.
But
no, that's not true. Come on.
Yeah. No, there's only like 1 or 2 I would let, or my belief that I could be the lead singer in the band for some stupid. I don't think I set out to be the lead singer. It's just like, well, we're going to do a band. Someone's got to do it kind of thing.
Yeah.
It took us 2 years, I think, for me to finally look at you and go, what are we doing? Like, dude, you got the lead singer voice. I don't.
I'm so glad when you finally.
I don't know why you didn't say anything.
Around, you're great.
But like that you go, okay, you look back and go, how stupid that kid was. And then you also go, if that kid hadn't been stupid, am I writing today? Are you doing comedy today? Because we were stupid enough to go try something back then that gave us the belief.
You could take a flying leap. It didn't feel like I had nothing to lose. Now I'm more careful because I have a lot to lose.
Yeah. And I think naming then also, like, I'm not saying I want to return to vices, and I'm not saying that was a vice. Because obviously true vices, right? Selfishness, those kinds of things.
Right.
I don't think they have a redeemable quality. But there are some things that are just youthful.
Yeah.
And I think today's youth lack them in a lot of ways. Not the selfishness and other things that social media perpetuates. But I think it's harder for them to take those blind leaps because they will be so exposed by social media.
Yeah, that's a good
if
point.
they make a mistake, it can be memorialized forever in a video or in a meme.
No, that is true. I think that will be studied. Yeah, that idea of like, you don't get to fail in private as much anymore.
Even if you failed publicly, there was nothing there to keep a record of it.
Yeah, I think I've thought about that a lot in my career, that I've stayed under the radar for so much. Like I've made a good living at comedy since 2012. I've made my full-time living from comedy, but I'm still under the radar enough. Even now, I'm so under the radar that I can fail and it's not career killing.
Yeah.
I can take a chance on stage.
Yeah.
And that's a gift, you know.
Oh, absolutely. It's a gift. And
you get to a level where it's like, this better be good. We paid this. Yeah. Or like you get to a level where it's like, you're so public that what else you got? What else you got? Well, I was able to craft something for years and, you know, in private.
Yeah. Isn't that the VeggieTales story is eventually they had to go make this full-length feature film, and it's what bankrupted the whole thing.
Yeah.
The Jonah movie or whatever, which I thought was great. But a movie can be great and still lose millions because it's a big gamble no matter what you do. The
stakes are raised, yeah.
And so you just go, I don't know if you ever want to get to the place. We all want that place where someone says, it's time to take the big jump and you go, or can I consistently do something that's good for others, that's good art? I mean, I think
was the Eugene Peterson thing about like small steps in the same direction?
Yeah.
Like his whole process was just like incrementally, I'm going towards the path that I know that I should be on.
You know, Andy Stanley, who just announced his retirement, will be coming, from what I hear. Mm-hmm. You know, one of my favorite books he ever wrote was called The Principle of the Path.
Yeah. We did a whole sermon series on that here at the church. And
basically, it's so super simple is that you're not looking for a path, you're on one. Mm-hmm. And every path that you're on has a destination. If I get on I-40 East like I will today to go to Knoxville, to go watch a basketball game, if I go, it doesn't matter if I go slow, fast, as long as I'm on that road going east, I will eventually run into Knoxville. Mm-hmm. And that is so like, someone the other day was talking about a relationship they were, you know, thinking about getting back into or whatever. I was like, you know where that path leads. You've been on it before.
Yeah.
So decide if that's the destination. Don't just act like, let me get on this and see what happens. You know what happens, right? Yeah. It goes. And I think that's the whole idea of the New Year's. And I actually am not an anti-New Year's resolutions guy. I even think I have a word for the year, which I never have those. But I really feel like I have a word I'm supposed to have for the year.
Yeah. What is it? You're not going to tell me?
It's contentment.
Okay.
I think I really struggle with contentment, being present in the moment, you know, not thinking about what to fix or what.
How did you get this word? You just figured it out? I feel like it was
I was
dropped in your spirit.
Yeah, it was one of those kind of God things.
That's good.
It was correction. Yeah. It's again, be at war with the vice of the fact that I can't be present. Like, you know.
What is it? Godliness with contentment or contentment with godliness? Godliness with contentment is great gain?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Because, you know, there's two ways to be rich, right? There's the...
To have more or to need less.
Right.
Yeah.
And needing less is the
That's tricky.
Contented path.
That's tough.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one.
So what I need our listeners to give less to Patreon because
I don't think they.
I don't think they could give.
If you are a patron supporter, we love you so much. Thank you for you make the show go. Well, we make the show go. You help the show. You supplement with your $3.50 at a time Venmos, which we so appreciate.
Guys, if we weren't your good friends, there's no way we could speak this candidly in a funny way about.
We love you.
Yeah.
We love you so much.
We do this to please you.
We hope that this year we'll find ourselves a better man.
Yeah. I'm not counting on it.
Benjamin Franklin said.
Yeah.
We're going to be at war with our vices, at peace with our neighbors.
Yeah. And let every new year find a year.
Being at peace with your neighbors is tougher than it sounds. Like, that's so easy to say, and man, that's a tough one.
It is. But just so you know, Benjamin Franklin may have said that, but what happened is we also went to war with England.
Oh, right.
So he said this.
Yeah.
And then turned around and went to war with.
He was like, well, not them. Not it.
Right.
Oh, well.
I hate that Benjamin Franklin.
What is his deal?
He's always
weird
trying to.
Ponytail.
Says all these weird things, hangs out in France a long time.
Put ribbons in his hair. Did he have a ribbon with the ponytail? Was he one of those?
John, that was your childhood photo for school.
I think you're right.
Hey, what's weird about the whole Marie Antoinette French Revolution story, and this really does get me, it's a little bit in the Hamilton, is that they're the reason that the French Revolution happened from the bankruptcy of the government was the American Revolution that they helped pay for.
Oh.
And then when they had a revolution, we just sat back and watched.
Oh, man.
We're like, sorry about that.
We're bad neighbors.
We're too young to get involved. And that was really probably true. But yeah, kind of just let that home. Sorry about your guillotines, but...
you're bumming me out.
Yeah.
John, let's lift the spirits of people with my segments. Let's start with Johnny's Old Jokes. We call it Joke About That. John, a 65-year-old woman has a heart attack and is rushed to the hospital. While in the ICU, she has a near-death experience where she sees God. Oh, my God, is my time up? No, you have another 33 years, 2 months, and 8 days to live. So the woman recovers, contemplates her experience. She figures that since she has so much more time left to live, she might as well go all out and make the most of it. So she decides to stay in the hospital, have a complete makeover, the works, facelift, tummy tuck, liposuction, etc. She even has someone come in to bleach her teeth, color her hair, give her a new hairstyle. After the last procedure, she's released from the hospital, but while crossing the street, she's struck by an ambulance and killed. Arriving in front of God, she yells, "What's going on? You told me I had another 33 years. God replies, "Sorry, I didn't recognize you."
Oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know if it's theologically sound, but it's a funny.
Well, no,
it's funny.
Johnny, let me tell you all the places this joke falls
John,
short.
in college, I took a job at a toy factory where we made little plastic Dracula figurines. There were only 2 of us on the line, so I had to make every second count. That's really kind of a dad joke, but it's still funny to me. Like when I read it, it made me laugh.
Those are my favorites.
I had to make every second. Come on,
Wordplays are my favorites.
Good stuff.
I
John,
know it's a low form of comedy, Johnny. We're not all like Johnny, but I like it.
No, we're all like Johnny.
Okay.
I've decided. A famous lawyer, John, is hit by a bus. And this is a lot of people hit by a bus and dying. Famous lawyer is hit by a bus and dies. He opens his eyes to find himself standing before the pearly gates. There are thousands of people cheering. There are streamers and a huge banner that says, "Welcome, Frank." There's a band of angels playing upbeat music. Jesus and St. Peter are waiting and run up to shake his hand. A little shell-shocked from his recent death and the hubbub, Frank looks at Peter and says, "Why am I getting such amazing reception? Is it always like this?" Peter exclaims, "No, not at all. You're just the oldest person we've ever welcomed into heaven." Frank blinks and says, "No one over 53 has ever entered heaven?" St. Peter and Jesus look at each other for a moment, confused. Peter looks back and pulls out a scroll and starts skimming it. "Wait a moment," he says, 53? Our records say you're 206. Frank is puzzled and asks, "How do you figure that?" "Well," St. Peter replies, "we couldn't find your date of birth in the record, so we just totaled all your billable hours." That's a shady lawyer joke. All of that work to get 2 lawyers overbill, and they're shady and awful people. Anyway, if you're listening and you're a lawyer,
please,
you probably know this joke already. Like lawyers tell lawyer jokes. They know all the... Anyway, all right. Finally, John, this one's kind of got a New Year's bent to it because it's about goal setting and about like letting things go. My therapist told me to be less angry at people. I should write letters to the people I hate and then burn them. It has worked wonders, but I still don't know what to do with the letters.
They burn to the people,
That's
guys.
dark.
There's a lot of darkness.
Don't burn people and don't hit them with buses. I don't think it should go without saying.
God's probably going to know your identity in heaven, so
even
don't
if you have
count on that
surgery.
strategy, right? As like, oh, maybe he won't know.
John, let's do this week in history. We call it Talk About Then. John, this week, 1971, smoking ads were banned on television. The last day for cigarette commercials on U.S. public television and radio, January 1st, 1971. The ban applied to all broadcast mediums regulated by the FCC. This is what made it strange, though. The last cigarette commercial, blah, 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 was on The Tonight Show. Johnny Carson, a lifelong smoker, died of emphysema. It was reported that he repeatedly said all the time in his life, "These things are killing me," which a lot of people who smoke used to say, and they really did kill him. He died of emphysema. Smokeless tobacco ads were allowed until 1986. Ironically, this did not have the intended effect, though. This is kind of an interesting little culture thing. Because the fairness doctrine, which was in place then, meant that they had to put anti-smoking ads on in the same amount as the smoking ads. So to even the tables. So when the smoking ads went away because of the ruling, the fairness doctrine said, well, we don't do the anti-smoking. And so listen to this. This is crazy. Smoking increased by 2.5% annually over the next several years. Plus, the cigarette industry's total advertising budget decreased by $80 million in 1971. So because people weren't getting the anti-smoking, PSAs.
So the anti-smoking ads were more effective than the pro-smoking ads.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That negative stimulus says, hey, don't do this. Yeah. Like we think of it as like kids are going to want to smoke more. Yeah. But it's just like they weren't seeing the commercials, but then they also weren't seeing the negatives. And so you're still seeing it in movies. That's the other thing is you're seeing John Wayne light up in a cowboy movie and you're like, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd like
and
to
so
be John
kids
Wayne.
were getting, you're seeing your favorite rock star smoke a cigarette while he does an interview and you're like, that looks pretty cool. And you weren't getting the anti-smoking ads to fight it. And so smoking rose by almost 3%.
Interesting. That's very fascinating.
Yeah. John, this week, 1942, new car sales were halted due to...
This week, 1942?
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a shortage of some sort of...
U.S. halted the sale of new civilian automobiles because of World War II. Auto manufacturers ceased production of civilian cars the following February as they converted the production of military vehicles to the production of military vehicles, airplanes, torpedoes, and other supplies for World War II. So they changed everything into...
Right. I didn't know they stopped making cars as they did that.
The existing stockpile of over 500,000 automobiles were rationed to purchasers deemed, quote, essential drivers. So it's almost like COVID, where you had to be an essential driver to even get a car in this 500,000 stockpile.
Wow.
Sales and production resumed in 1945, 3 years, shortly after Japan surrendered. So we kind of went back, slowly back to normal. But I'm sure there was supply chain and...
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew that we kind of did the whole thing of like people gathering scrap metal
right.
and doing the whole thing. But I didn't know that there was a big stockpile of cars and you had to kind of get on a list and be deemed a certain thing to even get in line to get one of those cars. So it was a while. So if you were one of those people that had to have a new car, I don't know how many of those people there were back then. Now we have people who have to have a new car every year. And they go lease and they do all this stuff.
Right.
But if you were one of those people back then, it's like, sorry, you're just whatever you. So if you bought the like starter car and thought, I'll get into the. Nope.
No, you won't.
Not until the war's over, you won't.
Yeah, do your bit.
Do your bit. That's right. John, the worst blunder in college football happened this week, 1929. During the Rose Bowl game, January 1st, the California Golden Bears center, Roy Riggles, Roy Riggles ran 65 yards the wrong way during the game. He was stopped 6 inches from the goal by his own teammate. A safety scored on a blocked punt the next play and caused them to lose the game 8-7. He then became known as Roy Wrong Way Riggles.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that they blocked a punt to actually do it. All he did was position them for a major play, which is a safety getting a blocked punt.
But yeah, he set it up to be, he set them up to be on their own goal line.
Yeah.
And then
lots of people kick out of the end zone and don't get a blocked punt and lose the game.
But Wrong Way Riggles
had rattled them, Raggy. He was very...
Wrong Way Riggles. I'm sorry to the family of Roy Wrong Way Riggles.
That's back before NIL. He can't even monetize that.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
He could have had some deal where he goes the wrong way in the commercial.
Right, some rental car company. Don't go the wrong way.
Yeah, he's on
Go with Hertz.
He's in England. Yeah. Wrong side of the street. John, this week, 1977, you'll like this because you have a left-handed daughter, and I'm left-handed, but a polo ban on left-handed play was initiated January 1st, 1977 by the U.S. Polo Association. It went into effect. All players must now use their right hands to swing their sticks, except players who played left-handed before the ban. So if you were an existing left-handed person, you're grandfathered in.
That must have been some...
Handfathered in.
Hello.
But if you're one of these people who, wants to use both hands or you're ambidextrous, you can't do it. Only right-handed people. I don't know why they did it. Maybe it had something to do with the horses. Maybe it had something to do with, who knows?
With the horse's preference.
Did it give you an unfair advantage being left-handed?
It must have been like a crazy advantage. Think about it. You're on the other side of the horse from everybody else.
I guess, but...
Which sounds like an expression. You know what?
This guy's on the other side.
I'll tell you right now,
this guy's playing on the other side of the horse. This guy's a left-handed polo player, if you know what I mean.
I played some basketball over Christmas with my nephews.
Okay.
And
how'd you do?
You know what? Not great.
Did they beat you?
Yes.
Wow. It's a tough moment.
I beat my father-in-law on horse, which he's a pretty good shooter still.
Yeah.
And I actually found my shot. This is crazy. It finally came back. I think I had like 8 in a row. Like I was doing, and then my brother-in-law was like, I got to run an errand, go with me. And so we ran on the road for a minute. When we came back, the shot never returned. So then I started playing my nephews. I was like, the shot I was hitting earlier was gone. It was like golf all of a sudden.
It's all in your mind.
Well, and also my
body mechanics. And John, this week, finally.
I was saying all that to say my nephew is left-handed, but he shoots right-handed.
What?
Yeah, it was great. He's great.
Well, then he's not left-handed.
No, he's left-handed.
I mean, I do a lot of things right-handed. I play the guitar right-handed, so I guess.
Yeah.
But that's weird to shoot a ball with your offhand.
Yeah.
Because that's usually how you figure out what your dominant hand is. It's not just how you write, it's what you play a sport with.
I know. He's very athletic.
So he can't shoot left-handed at all?
Yeah, he can, but he plays predominantly right-handed.
That's interesting.
Feels like some...
But that'd be a real advantage if you could use both.
Back to Rob Reiner again. It feels like a Princess Bride situation in the fencing scene.
Oh, right.
Where all of a sudden he could be like, sure, Michael Jordan, you're up by 2, but I'm not really right-handed. And then he moves over to the left. And then
Michael Jordan is vanquished.
Yeah.
But that never really happened.
No.
Because he was the greatest. John, the inventor of Pong. This is our final. The inventor of Pong, Alan Alcorn, was born today, 1948. He's an American computer scientist. He created the video game Pong in 1971. After hiring Alcorn, Atari founder Nolan Bushnell gave him a learning exercise of creating a version of the Magnavox Odyssey, the first home video game console before the Atari 2600 tennis game. Bushnell liked the result so much, he decided to market it, naming it Pong, and it became the world's first commercially successful video game. Magnavox later sued Atari for patent infringement. So he's like, hey, work on this for me. And then he names his game Pong. This guy.
Ugh.
Shady. These corporations.
The founder of Atari was named Bushnell? Isn't that a Japanese company?
Hold on. An Atari founder, Nolan Bushnell.
That seems...
Yeah.
Not like a...
I don't think Atari was Atari...
I thought Atari was a Japanese company.
Because of the name?
Like Nintendo or whatever. I thought that...
I think Atari was an American company, evidently.
Huh.
Look it up.
Nah, there's no way to know.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd rather just not know.
It's fine. We'll answer that question next week.
Sure we will.
Well, we call that a cliffhanger.
We always remember.
Somebody will send me $3.50 for...
That's the greatest thing ever.
Atari 2600. You could probably get one for near that now.
Yeah. You know what they had in Costco the other day, and I regret not getting it?
A hot dog?
They had... I always regret not getting a Costco hot dog. They had, it was for $500.
Yeah, okay.
They had these...
Oh, the stand-up?
No, they had the sit-down.
Oh.
2-player like at the Pizza Hut.
Oh, at the table?
Yeah, the
table.
Little
centipede.
The Galaga centipede table where you could play from both sides. And, Johnny, I should have got it. I regret it right now.
Yeah, that's five. Listen, that's why you get to adulthood and have a little bit of disposable income so you can buy the thing that you wanted as a kid.
Well, what I thought
that's your whole dream.
I'll get the church to buy it because the kids can play it downstairs.
Yeah,
in the
but
youth
they're
room.
not going to play those games. They'd be like, these graphics are
but
awful.
Let's just say they don't. Who's here all day at the office? You know what I'm saying?
Setting a world record in Galaga.
No, kids would play. That's the sad thing. We have a ping pong table.
Ball too for?
Yeah.
Ooh.
We have a ping pong table downstairs right now, and I love ping pong.
It all goes back to Pong.
How often do I go back and go down there and play?
No,
never.
Well, you need somebody to play with. That's the thing.
Well, Chris is down there, and he's a great ping pong player. Pal.
His
brother Paul played with him. Anyway, Paul Pal, they called him.
Well, anyway,
yeah.
Happy New Year. Please don't steal someone's intellectual property and pass it off as your own this year.
Begging you, or hot dogs.
Yes.
Just stealing in general.
Unless you've already paid for the hot dogs, then it's not really stealing.
Be at war.
Then it's just an adventure. It's a fun little adventure.
Be at war with the theft within you. You know what I'm saying? Johnny, that's really the takeaway for you.
I will push down my vices, like, kind of like you're pushing down the trash can to make room for a little more trash.
Right.
That's how I feel like when I'm pushing down this
Just
vice.
compacting them for later.
Compacting them for later.
Yeah. Making more room for more vices.
This is a weird metaphor, but it will preach.
Guys, check out Jonnie W, JONNIEW.com, because this guy has launched a 48-city bus tour, and he wants you to come get on the bus with him.
No, come to the show.
Oh, sorry.
You're not allowed on the bus.
Okay.
The bus is full. But come see the
show.
For
$3.50, who knows, though?
That's true. Bring me a pack of hot dogs. We can talk. That'd be a weird thing for people to bring, thinking it's a totem that's going to get
like a canned food drive.
Curry
like
favor.
A hot dog drive.
Curry favor with hot dogs.
Yeah.
Let them eat dogs.
Right.
Hot dogs.
Right, just the hot dogs. Yeah.
Well, but yes, please come see the shows, and we're excited. I'm very excited about the show.
Yeah. If you live within one of the states,
I'm coming to a lot of cities.
There's a good chance Johnny's coming close.
Yeah, new dates being announced. Check the website out to see if your city is one of them.
Has qualified.
Yeah, has qualified. And please submit the proper paperwork, and we'll see.
Go on, call this 800 number and vote number 5 for Johnny's tour. Don't vote 6. That's someone else's tour. So anyway, guys, thanks for spending the year with us, though. It was actually a great year for Talk About That.
It was a great year.
Got a lot of new friends and listeners, and thank you to our network, Life Audio.
Yes.
Man, they're amazing partners. We've really enjoyed the time we've had with them and how much they help us out. And To Tommy, man. Here's to Tommy. Johnny and I, if we had glasses right now, would clink to Tommy from from Life Audio. We'll see if he listens or not. Now we'll get an email.
That's true. We should get an email. Anna, $3.50 Venmo.
That's right.
For the shout out.
That's right. Guys, thanks for the time you gave us this week. Let's do it next year here on
Talk About That.